it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning into another video. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and filmed a proper video. The past month I've been doing my advent calendar for 2020, which was all my single eyeshadows. I had so much fun, and slowly but surely I'm making sure those videos go out, so thank you so much for those who have been enjoying them. But we are doing a finale for Project Pan. It was just a very short-term project pan. It was only 6 weeks, so I didn't do like a midway check-in because I feel like there wasn't much progress at the time. So I just waited until the very end. So it's only 6 weeks long. It was a 9 by New Year's, and my goal wasn't to finish all these products. It was just to show love to some things I was ignoring, and so I'm really excited to share with you the progress over the past 6 weeks. It was a Project Pan roulette, so there was a little method of how I chose these items. I'll leave the original intro down below in case you're curious. But we are going into the 9 items, and I am happy to announce that I did finish 4 of them, and most of them were makeup related, and I think that was a huge feat. So let's just start off with the things that I finished. So the first product I was able to finish up was from Han. This is the blush that I absolutely love in the shade Glory, and it was almost done when I started this project. There was a really big amount of pan, and it was really thin around the edges, so it only took me a couple weeks to finish this guy up. I absolutely love it. Would repurchase, would recommend. It's around $14. It's an all-natural skincare based cosmetic brand, which I absolutely love. The second one that I was able to finish up was this lip liner from Wet n Wild. It is in the shade Red the Scene, and this is a beautiful color. I use it as like a lipstick. It's just a really nice creamy formula. I feel like if you were to go to like Sephora, a very similar finish would be maybe the Sephora Collection ones. They're more like a gel-based one. So they don't last the best because they are very movable, but the color is beautiful. This is one I wear a lot to Disney, and I haven't been able to wear it since we, of course, can't go there, but absolutely love this. Did finish it up. You can see there's nothing left to roll up, and I just love the color for the holidays. The third item that I was able to finish up, where you can't really see the progress, is this mascara. If you were following my advent calendar series, you saw me use this quite a bit, and at the very beginning it was a very wet formula, and I felt like it was a little bit messy to work with, and over the course of about a week and a half is when it started to do a lot better, and it really helped with like volume. Didn't do too much for length, but it definitely helped like just define my lashes. But that little sweet period didn't last long, because after just a few weeks of that, I noticed some crumbling, and it was getting my eyes, and it was just not performing well. So this only lasted about 5 weeks of use, which isn't very long for such an expensive mascara. Maybe I got a dud, maybe it's been hanging around for a while. I did get this one through gratis, and I was really hoping that I would love it and that it would last a long time, but I have used other mascaras that have performed better for longer, and I feel like this one, its sweet period just wasn't very long. So I don't think I could recommend this one right now, but I do know of plenty of other mascaras that I do enjoy, and this one just didn't really fit the bill in most areas. And then the final fourth item I was able to finish was this one from Lila B. This is just a small mini size of their priming oil, and I also don't like this one either. I really enjoy my Hourglass priming oil. That one is more like a slippery, like feels like you're filling in your pores, but you're not. It's just like really smoothing and hydrating and makes your skin look very glowy, where this one felt like an oil on the skin. It didn't help my makeup in any way. I feel like it often made things a little bit more patchy, and it really didn't nourish my skin either. So this one for me was a kind of bust, and it is extremely expensive for the full size. This one I just wasn't a huge fan of, especially when I have one in a very similar fashion that I absolutely love. Now moving on to a product that I just am decluttering. This is for the roulette. It was a product in a color I normally don't wear, and this is the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Grace. It's bright. It is a very bright blush. Even with like the smallest amount, it just looked too clown-like on me. I could make it work sometimes. It was just a lot of hassle, and I have other blushes that I absolutely love. I have the one in Joy from them, which is a beautiful peach color, and that's the type of color I normally go for. Something in this bright of a pink just makes me look like I'm trying too hard to look young. Does that make sense? Like I feel like I'm too mature in age to pull this one off officially. Plus, I'm extremely fair, and it was just really bright, and I couldn't make it work. So I just love other blushes way more, and if you saw my declutter recently, I did declutter this like midway through, because I'm just like, it's not worth the hassle, and I love other things from Rare Beauty. This color though is just not for everybody, so just to let you know. I will also say they do dry down really fast, so you have to work pretty quickly, and using that bright of a color and trying to rush it is just really nerve-wracking. The next product I have, was a product in a palette, so I ended up pulling out my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Trio, and I have fallen back in love with this. I hadn't used it in quite a while, and now I can't stop using it. I have gotten so many compliments on my skin when I have been using this. People are like, oh my gosh, you look like you have like a bridal glow, or just like really glowy. Some have asked if I was pregnant. Definitely not. But it just gives you like this nice like light from within look, and there's 3 different colors, and I do actually use them as like a blush, bronzer, and highlight just because I am so fair, so it can pull off that way. So I usually use this one as like a bronzer color. I use this one as like a highlight. This one can be a really great blush topper. I can kind of swirl them all together, and it kind of just is a nice like light dusting of a glow all over the face with a big fluffy brush. I just love this so much, and I'm so happy that I was able to rediscover it in my collection. The next product that I was able to rediscover was this Marc Jacobs eyeliner. I used it quite a bit in my Advent Calendar series. It's just a really fun pop of blue. It's in the color Odyssey. I have finished a full-size one in the past, and I just love this color. It's just so fun, and it's like a little peekaboo of color if I'm doing more of a neutral eye. I love this color. I'm so happy I pulled it out and was able to, again, rediscover this guy. The next product is a product I hadn't really used much because it's such like a special product. I don't remember the category I was fulfilling, but this is a lipstick from Sephora Collection. It is their Lip Stories line, and at our location we had done like a little promotion where you could pick out your own picture, and so on mine I have a picture. Hopefully you can see it. Let me see if I can. It's not going to focus on him, but it's a picture of Loki, which is one of my cats, and this is in the shade 36. This is a really interesting formula because I don't like it when I'm applying it with the bullet. The texture is a little bit too much like a traditional lipsticks, where it's like a little bit heavier, which is not my favorite thing, but I do really enjoy the color when I use a lip brush, and that's how I was using it. You're not going to see any type of progress. I did use it quite a bit, but I always use a lip brush, which applied way less product, but I really like the color, and I really liked this, like the stainness of using a brush versus using it as its own lipstick. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely like it more now than when I did before this project. I originally just was keeping it because it had a picture of my cat on it, but now I do enjoy the product. I have been using it quite a bit. And then finally, we have this guy here, which may need to get replaced soon, but I'm still trying to power through it, but I think it's met its expiration. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Marie Antoinette. One of you did mention, because I was really disappointed that they got rid of this color and they just renamed the color to something like Oyster Pearl or something like that. So it still exists, it's just a different shade name, and I think I do need to replace this guy because it's starting to just show signs of wear. It still performs and it still works, but there's little grainy bits inside, so it just feels a little bit different than it used to, and this is really old. I think this is like the oldest thing in my collection, and it's a cream product, so I'm really nervous to continue using it on my eyes. So I do think I need to replace this one. I absolutely love it. You guys know this. And I did make some progress, but I also noticed it's expired. So definitely going to replace this one in a little bit. So there's that, and those are the 9 products. I feel like this was a really successful project pan. Yes, I didn't finish every single piece, but I did finish 4 items. I rediscovered a couple that I forgot about and then decided to not keep them in my collection with a couple others. So I think it was really successful. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'll probably do another project pan sometime in the new year, but stay tuned for more videos. I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.